Well, it is a warm start to the week here, and in fact, this whole week is going to feel more like August than September, and I'm just fine with that. We'll take a look at what these final days of September are going to do for the month overall as far as those average temperatures. We'll take a look at Hurricane Teddy, which is threatening Canada of all places, and also take a look at what's going on with some of that smoke here across the country and some rain chances for us as well. Well, Hurricane Teddy sits out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. It is a Category 2 storm right now with 100 mile per hour sustained winds, and is expected to make landfall in Canada, Nova Scotia of all places here, late tomorrow night, early Wednesday, so slowing down a little bit from what it looked like last week. Will become a tropical storm probably just before landfall. Of course, the waters, once you get towards Nova Scotia, are considerably chillier, but still pretty interesting to have the storm track that far north. And anybody who remembers Hurricane Sandy and hitting New York knows that hurricanes moving in that northerly region is a pretty scary thing for areas that are not typically used to. But you can see those wind speeds weakening, still that very dark brown area just before making landfall. Those are wind gusts that would be 70 miles an hour or more, but those sustained wind speeds will probably be, again, at tropical storm strength as it hits Nova Scotia. Meanwhile, in our area, we're talking about just a few clouds out there this morning in southern Minnesota. It is a mild start already. Temperatures are well into the 60s, warming up into the upper 70s by the afternoon. And that smoke is out there, but it is a little thinner in terms of how much smoke there is in layers of the atmosphere. So the smoke's kind of getting diffused across really the whole continent, with some of the thickest smoke actually across Canada now, but you can see kind of a stripe of smoke that extends across Minnesota down into Mexico, and this is all from the west. It's just kind of drifting east, and you can still see lots of fires in the west yet, but seeing more and more fires getting contained, which means that firefighters are able to surround them and prevent them from spreading and even slowly start to diminish them. So that's some good news there. Containment is always what they're aiming for with those storms, or fires rather. Storms may be possible for us this week, mostly probably some showers, but with some warmer temperatures and maybe even a little humidity, we could be talking about a little thunder on Thursday. Dry though for these next few days with lots of sunshine, but this is heading into Wednesday night, some showers, maybe even some thunder in northern Minnesota and into the Twin Cities, mostly in the early morning hours. Dry Friday, and then we'll see the next chance of some showers and maybe some thunder on Saturday. That's ahead of some cooler air that's going to be moving in. Very warm temperatures, well into the 80s Friday. Looks like the peak of our warmth. You can see all across the central part of the country, very warm. And then the European model, a little more aggressive with that cool front. Still warm Saturday, but then it does cool us off Sunday. But compare that to the American model, and you can see a lot more orange and red around, meaning much warmer temperatures. And the Canadian model agrees with that too. So kind of toggle back and forth here. There's the European, cooler for Minnesota, and there's the American, that warmer air still into southern Canada. So we'll see what extent that warm air departs or not, but does look as though all the models bring back in warmer temperatures again for October. So continuing that mild pattern. This is a look at the last 10 days of the month compared to normal temperature anomalies, and we are looking at warmer than normal conditions by several degrees across Minnesota and into Canada. The only place that'll be cooler than normal, the southeast, where they'll be experiencing some clouds and showers. And fall also begins tomorrow too. We've got 8:30 a.m. the autumnal equinox, and that means the strongest rays of the sun, those direct rays of the sun, 90 degrees from the surface, that will be crossing the equator tomorrow morning at 8:30, and we will not see those stronger rays of the sun in the northern hemisphere again until March. So here we go. But we've got summer temperatures still, ironically, for our first days of autumn, 70s and even 80s. Looks like we'll be in the low 80s tomorrow, probably Wednesday as well, and then Friday might be the warmest day, well into the 80s, and then we'll see some cooling. Again, the extent of which we cool off Saturday into Sunday varies, but looks like we'll still squeeze out mostly 70s at least, and then we could be popping back up next week after a brief cool down. And again, those shower chances Thursday morning, and then again later in the day on Saturday or on Saturday night.